This resource will consider reasons for studying accounting. We formally define accounting. We discover the functions of an effective accounting system. We learn who has a vested interest in understanding and using accounting methods. We discover various important organizations that create the rules and requirements for accounting. We finish by answering the question, why should we study accounting? According to the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, accounting can be defined as a system for providing quantitative information, primarily financial in nature, about economic entities that is intended to be useful in making economic decisions. This is a pretty loaded definition. Let's break it down. First, accounting is quantitative. This means we are dealing with numbers. Values can be tabulated and easily compared. However, not all things that impact business necessarily are easy to put a number to. How do you quantify the effects of a lawsuit or a good review in a local paper? Next, accounting is financial. We focus on dollar amounts, or whatever is the local currency. All transactions, all assets, all liabilities, anything to do with the business must have a dollar amount attached to it. Accounting is useful. It has a long tradition of theory behind its ways and means. Finally, accounting helps make decisions. A good understanding allows us to recognize trends and warning signs. It will help us shape the path for our companies or our personal finances for the future. Now that we understand what accounting is, let's figure out how it accomplishes that definition. What are the functions of an accounting system? First, an effective accounting system helps us analyze transactions. What are we spending money on? Is that more than previously or less? What areas do we need to cut back on? Or how can we improve our spending habits? Next, an accounting system allows us to perform bookkeeping tasks. It provides specific rules on how to keep track of our transactions. This allows us to always have an accurate picture of our financial situation. And that leads directly to the final function of an accounting system. It allows us to evaluate the health of our financial entity. Is it performing well? Or do we need to alter our spending or earning methods? Are we saving enough for the future? Should we invest in our entity or look for outside help? Notice that in the previous section, we specifically talked about financial entities. Accounting is useful to all levels of business, but it also is important for individuals and families. However, most of our focus will be on accounting for companies. So who uses accounting? First, managers. They worry about the day-to-day transactions and want a consistent and current picture of how the company is performing. They will look at internal documents, which is sometimes referred to as management accounting. Next, consider lenders. They want to see the economic health of a company. The company needs to have a solid plan to be profitable for the future. A lender will not provide funds unless they can be reasonably assured that they will get their money back. Similarly, investors want to know about the financial health of a company. They want to ensure they will receive a positive return on their investment. They will want to see the financial statements for a company, in addition to an idea of the business plan, market forecast, and other pertinent information before making the investment. Suppliers and customers have an interest in the financial health of a company. They want to make sure that the financial relationship will be long-term. Employees obviously have a vested interest in the health of a company. Will they need to find new work soon? Or will they be able to have a lasting relationship with their current company? Another interested party would be competitors. Where is a company strong? Or where are opportunities to sneak in and take away business? What marketing or business strategies are effective, and what should be avoided? Finally, the press is interested in the finances of a company. Financial information can provide teeth to a story about a company. It can also help the press create material to help influence and inform the other interested parties. There are a number of organizations, both governmental and private, that determine the rules and regulations for accounting. In the United States, the primary group is FASB, or the Financial Accounting Standards Board. This is a private organization that actually has no legal power, yet still wields immense power. FASB sets GAAP, or the Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. These rules provide a framework for the financial statements submitted by publicly traded companies. Another important organization is the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a government agency tasked with regulating the American Stock Exchange. As part of their power, they also have the legal right to set accounting standards for any company seeking investment funds from the American public. The SEC has the legal authority to step in should the public lose faith in the expectations and rules of the FASB. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountants certifies individuals as accountants. They ensure that accountants receive sufficient levels of training and can perform tasks to act as a CPA. The Internal Revenue Service sets the rules regarding taxes and tax collection. Tax accounting is different than accounting for financial statements. Therefore, companies are required to maintain two different sets of accounting books. One final important group is the International Accounting Standards Board. This is basically an international version of FASB. As the business world becomes more internationally connected, having consistent accounting standards becomes more and more important. The IASB works to limit the different methods for accounting and reporting. So why should we study accounting? It affects everyone and everything. It is the basis for how businesses run and evaluate their performance. We can also use the basics of accounting to streamline and simplify our personal expenses. It gives us a way to evaluate our spending habits, and if we need to make lifestyle changes. This helps us make wiser, more informed financial decisions.